This is part 4 video tutorial for the St. Paddy Slapper Slipper, and in part 1 you would have found out what materials you needed and how to make the sole. In the part 2 tutorial you've learnt how to make the sides. In the part 3 video tutorial you've learnt how to make the top with the green, and at this point this is what your slipper should look like. Now we'll be making the band in part 4, so this part here, and we'll be attaching it to the slipper with the buttons. Now we need our Red Heart Super Saver chunky yarn, the buff colour, and once again we'll be using our 6.5mm hook. Now to start the band we're going to chain on 13. So we're going to make 13 chain stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now if you are making a larger size slipper, you can add on more chain stitches here to make your band longer. Alright, so for round 1 we'll do a single crochet stitch into the second chain from the hook, and then we'll do 1 single crochet into each of the next 10 chain stitches. So 1, 2, and that's my dog growling in the background there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now with the last chain stitch that we've got left there, we're going to do 4 single crochet stitches. Now for the first single crochet stitch that we make into this last chain stitch, we'll be working over the tail. Just for the first one. And then you can just leave that hanging out the back there. So there's our first single crochet stitch into the last chain stitch. There's 2. Heading around the other side. 3. 4. So that's 4 single crochet stitches into that last chain stitch. So now we're on to the bottom side of the foundation chain here, and we'll be working into these unused loops. that you can see here. We'll also be working over this yarn tail. So now we're going to do one single crochet stitch into each of the next 10 unused loops. So here's our first unused loop in here. Remember to put your tail over your hook to work it into the work. So there's one single crochet into the next unused loop. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And into this last unused loop we'll be making 3 single crochet stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to join into this first single crochet stitch with a slip stitch, and then we can finish off. Now if you can see that your little tail is poking out there, just give it a trim. And then just weave this one in with your yarn needle up behind here. Once you have your pins in place of where you want your buttons, you can get your cotton thread and your sewing needle and simply just sew the band and button on at the same time. If you don't know how to hand sew a button on, you can click through to the tutorial on your screen there. That will show you how to sew a button on. And at the end you should have a slipper that looks like this, the St. Paddy Slapper Slipper. So I'd love to see photos of your slippers, so feel free to share your photos on the Crochet Hook Shoe Facebook page.